Episode 3 of Inside Corfu TV. It's going to take us throughout the whole of Corfu, from the north to the south. In the north we'll be visiting Arillas Afionis area, where we'll be popping into a microbrewery, Corfu Beer. We're also going to go to Old Parithia, the abandoned village that attracts such celebrities as Rick Stein, the well-known chef, and David Bellamy, the world-renowned botanist. In the south, we're going to visit Masongi, a popular beach resort. We're then going to take the Left Kimi Road and go to the olive production process, through the olive production process with the Mavroudi family, Katie and Spiros. Then we go down and we end up at Lake Corazon and Halicunas Beach. Welcome to Afionis on the northwest coast of Corfu. It's a fantastic place. The maze of streets. To the left of us we've got the local church, Agos Ioanna, built in 1636, and to the right of me we've got a war memorial to Navy Sub-Lieutenant Hector, who died in 1996. We're just driving down the road from Afionis, and I'm a little bit surprised stroke shocked, because we've just bumped into Gunter, and Gunter's 81 years of age. He's an ex-professor, and he's a sculptor artist, and if you look around you can see that Homer's Odyssey has been brought to life with basically a lot of stuff that has been bought from the beach, and driftwood and various stones. Anyway, hello Gunter, how are you doing? Are you well?
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Can you tell us a little bit about this project you've got going on here?
In my poor English or in my better German?
In your poor English, if you could.
Okay, we start here with the horse of Odysseus. Then Odysseus here is on the way
On the boat.
back home to his wife, but there were many enemies. They don't like him and they tried to destroy him. But he was strong and fight it. Over there you see all the very important stations he made.
When did you first come up with the idea of making this this story from these objects?
2 years before. So about
2 years before. And how long left have you in the process, do you think? How much longer do you think it's going to take you?
yes, so about 2 years and 1 year more, I think. Because we make it step by step and we have to pay it all private.
Yeah, slowly.
That's it.
It's a fantastic place. I'm absolutely struck by its just by its mysticalness, just by its complete and utter. It seems out of place, yet in place.
Yeah, right. It was a private property. We bought it, paid for it, good money, and then we started.
Tell me a little bit about the wall. You were telling me earlier that there's possibly a little story behind how you got permission to do the wall.
It's a typical Greek story. The owner is a baker of Afionis. He was over there and asked him, may I change a little bit your wall because it belongs to you? He said, ask my wife. Okay.
She was in charge then?
Yeah. I get my paintings, went up, called her, she came out, saw it and said, yes, why not?
So she took a look at your paintings, took a look at your artwork, and decided that you were worthy of changing the wall and redesigning it. What's your favourite piece? Have you got a favourite piece?
The spring. Yes. And the horse. And this underground animal.
Yeah. A big olive tree. I mean, that's huge. That must have taken some picking up and bringing over here, some moving. Do you want to come this way with me and just let's get a little bit closer to the story here?
Yeah, I tried to make a little picture about the most important station Odysseus had to pass. The problem against the sea, the Sirenes, which tried to catch his companies, and so on, till at last when he came home and there were men to marry his wife, and he didn't agree.
Wasn't very happy with that.
No, not so. So he was a very strong fighter, and he shot them down. So a little bit story. And in the middle you see the figure. They are combined.
Yeah.
Odysseus and his wife. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Gunter.
Okay.
I'm really happy that we've bumped into you. It's just absolutely fascinating to come down an old Greek road in Aphionis and come across this absolutely fantastic artwork. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, I'm lucky to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Gunter.
Okay.
On the left-hand side of me we've got Lake Corfu. On the right-hand side we've got the clear crystal blue waters of the Ionian and Halicarnassus Beach. Corfu at its beautiful best. Corfu is bound with loads of beaches. There's beaches up and down Corfu. The southwest Halicarnassus Beach has got to be where it's at. Beautiful sand dunes. You can go kite surfing. You can even go and do a little bit of the old windsurfing and everything. It's absolutely fantastic here. Got a cool bar to pop into if you need it. This is definitely a beach that I kind of like. We've travelled along the coastal road 8 kilometres from Cassiope, and we've turned a left, we've come up to Old Perythia, 650 metres high we are, and it's the old ancient town of Perythia, said to be one of the oldest villages on Corfu. One of the first things you actually see when you enter the village is the bell tower of St Jacob's, an absolutely completely impressive piece of history. in Old Perithia we are with one of the most important buildings behind us. It's the old schoolhouse. It was built in 1699. In 1817 it was then sold for a paltry sum of what seems 1,600 drachma, the equivalent of €5 today. It's been used up until 1940. Believe it or not, for a place the size of Old Perithia, it has 8 churches. This church behind me, San Spiridon, with a green door, stained glass windows, one of the most important. Why? Because of course the patron saint of Corfu is San Spiridon. Hi, how you doing? Hi Mark. Hi Saskia.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good.
The abandoned village of Old Perithia has 5 tavernas and, believe it or not, a boutique bed and breakfast. And this was the dream of Mark and Saskia, who are with us now. The dream began when, Mark?
2006. We were here on a holiday and we decided to sit down. We'd come up and have a look at what we read was an abandoned village. And on arriving here, it did seem fairly abandoned, but there was no sort of signs or anything to indicate what was happening here. So we popped down to the taverna in the village square and had some lunch. And we went away feeling like this village just had something rather special about it. But at that moment in time, we were not sure what it was going to hold in store.
There's certainly a draw about the village. I mean, it's a magical, mystical place. I can see how you were drawn here completely.
Yeah, you really feel it. I think we have so many people that stay with us who within a couple of days have completely de-stressed. It's the village just takes that away from you fantastically. But we eventually came back on our 3rd year and realised that there was possibly more we could do. We were saying how great it was to eat up here, but you had to drive down the mountain again, and wouldn't it be great to stay up here after dinner and not have to drive down? And then Saskia and I looked at each other and went, well, maybe we should try a B&B or something. So we had a house not dissimilar to the one that's in ruins to your left, and we decided that if it was meant to be, it would be, and from there things started to evolve.
So Saskia, the journey from ruined house to boutique bed and breakfast, how did it go? Was it easy? Was it plain sailing?
Everybody would tell you a story about the terrible Greek builder story, but we've actually had an amazing team to help us. So in 2009 we got a team together to look at whether this is actually possible, and they thought it was a great idea, and so we got an architect, an engineer, and everybody who we needed to make this sort of dream come true, and we started to build a house, which was an amazingly exciting process. But apart from that, we started to look around in the village, because we thought it isn't just about the B&B. For us, it's much more about what the village needs and what can we do to prevent it from falling down. So as well as building our own house and making sure that everything was done down to a T to make it a boutique B&B, we also started to look around, and we started doing things like collecting the litter. You know, when you have tourists coming, they drop things and they need to be picked up. And we made a sign for the village where it sort of says where there are things to see: the old schoolhouse, the vigla, the old clock in the square, because nobody knew where to go. So we made a big sign for the village, and now we're thinking what else needs to be done. So just, you know, to make sure it doesn't fall down.
Brilliant, yeah. I mean, on a day-to-day role, now it's up and running. I mean, the place looks absolutely fantastic, I have to say. On a day-to-day role, what are the roles? What do you get? What's your day full of, Mark?
We get quite a lot of time spent because we, as Saskia said, we tidy around the village. Now we've illustrated to people that you can walk round what is 130 houses surrounded by 8 churches. It's a big village, and you don't realise that when you come in on the new road. So we've opened it up. People can now walk around the entire village, look down on the whole village from over there on the hill, and get a real feel for that buzz when there were 12 or 1,500 people, oil lamps burning, and an amazing atmosphere that this village used to have in its day.
And on a daily roll for you, Saskia, daily basis?
We get up, Mark cooks breakfast. Mark is a brilliant cook, so Mark cooks it, I serve it, yeah. So I go out to the terrace and I serve the breakfast to everybody, which is a brilliant moment to sort of ask people what they like to do in the day. So people want to go to the beach, or they want to do a village walk with us later in the day. They want to go to explore the island. So it's a good moment to serve breakfast and also to figure out what people want to do. So that is all finished by kind of 11, 12 o'clock by the time we've done the washing up. And then we need to check all our bookings and what's coming in and special requests from people. And then we do the shopping.
Yeah.
So because we live on a mountain, there's no shop in the village, so we need to kind of make sure we have enough provisions for everybody. And then
We've got some other work to do because Saskia's a voiceover director, so she's busy with that. And I do publishing, so I do a lot of contract work from here too, which we can manage to do with Wi-Fi
I believe
somewhere.
You,
There it is. Yeah.
I believe that you published this book
Yeah.
on Old Parithia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, the work involved in that?
Yeah, we did an awful lot of research. Of course, it's a lot of stories and a lot of things were going to be forgotten. And while we were waiting for the building to be done, it seemed a great idea, as it was my background anyway, to write and publish a book and try and preserve some of that history. And what was so lovely was when we took it around and showed some of the ladies and the people that had lived here, they would quite often burst into tears, and I'd say to Saskia, well, they should be happy, and she'd say they are happy, but it's bringing back so many good memories and preserving them, and that was a great thing. It's just made it a real pleasure to do it.
Brilliant. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Mark and Saskia, the future, what does it hold for you?
we hope to do a lot more in the village. Our next project is, you have probably already visited the Vigla, the old pirate lookout tower. We want to set up a foundation or something to help us to restore the pirate tower, and that's our next big thing.
Brilliant. And away from Old Parithia, if you do and when you do get time off, where in Corfu do you like to visit? What's your special little gem in Corfu other than Old Parithia?
It's funny you should ask that, because we've just spent a couple of days going around, because we also like to check everywhere out for the guests, and I think we really do like the northeast side, which is why we're here. But we find so many beautiful places, as you are uncovering as you do your programs. There's just so much of Corfu that's wonderful to see. And
Brilliant. Well, thank you for letting us come and see the B&B. It's been fantastic. Been fantastic meeting you both. And the history of Old Parithia, there's nothing to beat it around here, is there really?
it's probably the best example of a preserved Phoenician village on the island.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you both.
Robert, thank you very much.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks
Thanks
for
a lot.
coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks. So we've spent the day wandering around Old Parithia. Old Parithia has 5 tavernas to choose from if you get a little thirsty or a little hungry when you get up here. We've chosen Gabriele Steps. We've popped in. Costa's here. His family have been running this taverna. Costa, how long have you been here now?
Well, 10 years.
10 years. And what sort of food do you serve? Corfu traditional food?
Yes, Corfu traditional food like moussaka, sofrito, stifado, pastichada, and traditional grill room.
What's it like to work up in Old Parithia during the summer? Is it good stuff?
Yes, it is good stuff because many people are coming up here to visit us, and it's really nice. We enjoy that, and it's really nice.
Fantastic. And in the winter, someone like yourself, what do you get up to in the winter?
At the time we are only on Sundays up here because people coming from Corfu town to have a lunch time, and it's also we enjoy that. It's, all the time is really nice up here.
On a daily basis, how many hours do you work?
When?
On a daily basis, today maybe, how many hours will you work?
Today we work from 9 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock. It depends 1 o'clock in the night. 16 hours, 15.
A long day and a long summer.
Yes, yes, but it's really nice up here, and you feel different. It's really nice.
Excellent, Costa. Thank you very much for inviting us to Gabriella Steps. It's been fantastic. Olperithia is a wonderful place. Just as a last-minute thing, Olperithia, what's your favourite little view from Olperithia? Do you have a favourite place to stare out?
Yes, of course, front of the school. You can stay there, and I think it has many places for.
Many places. Thank you very much for joining us, Costa, and thanks again.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Best of. The hidden gems of Corfu can be really difficult to find, and this one certainly was, the Church of Agios Stelios. We've come up to Aphionos on the northwest coast of Corfu. We've taken a 20-minute boat journey and a 30-minute arduous walk up a steep hillside. We're now within the very small church that's built within a cave. Agios Stelios, the patron saint of children, gave up most of his riches to live in a cave to provide for the children. We've come down to Arillis to visit Corfu Brewery, Corfu Beer. Spiros is the head here. He's the head honcho. He's going to tell us a little bit about what he's been brewing and since how long. Spiro, can you tell me when this all started?
At the first welcome, I'm very happy to see you.
Thank you very much.
Corfu
Thank you.
Brewery. We started 2009, and we are the success story of Greek business now, Corfu Beer. Very quickly, very high the business. It's something really fantastic, and we are very happy for this.
I've seen it everywhere. It's starting to spread.
You know, the people trust us, trust the philosophy of the real ale beer and the fresh natural product is something different for the Greek market, and this is wonderful. You try the beers, you know, it's a beers without stabilizer, without pasteurized, very fresh. Only in the fridge you can find the Corfu beer. Is quality, very quality product and very different tastes. We play with the tastes. This is the game of the microbreweries anyway, all over the world, and this we do.
So, Spiros, we're in the brewery itself at the moment. This is the beginning of the process here?
Yes, we are in the heart now of the brewery. Here is the brew house. Here we brew the beer. When we brew the beer, we take the beer over there, we cold the beer and we put in the fermenting tanker, and here we put the yeast in the beer. Keep 1 week about for the fermenting to take the alcohol and the CO2, the gas of the beer. Just I say I want to help my island to have a quality local product, and the first is the beer. Everyone will try one beer, and this is the help the branding of our islands. When you drive in Corfu, you have Corfu beer. This is a bitter brown beer, but a smooth bitter, is with the taste of caramel and dark chocolate. This is our I think the best seller beer. This is caramel tasty. It's a red ale beer.
This one here, and you call it? It's got a nickname?
Special. It's our special beer. It's a caramel from caramel malt, and top from fermenting.
Content?
Yes. This is our Ionian epos. You know about Homer.
Yeah, I've done a little bit about Homer.
Right, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Homer says that in Corfu Island we had barley wine, and when Odyssey passed from this island 3,000 years ago, he drank barley wine. 3,000 years after, we try to make our barley wine. This is beer with the honey. Is a double fermenting beer, and is 7.5% alcohol. This beer.
Yes.
You feel it?
Yes, it's got a kick straight away.
And this is our blood.
Yeah.
Our blood beer. We have two blood beers.
Yeah.
Two lagers. This is a Pilsner, little bit bitter. Very refreshing change for the summer. And also we have a lager beer only in the kegs.
That's nice. I like that.
This is something new. We have only 2 years this.
Yeah.
This is our ginger beer. You know, ginger beer started in Ionian Island 1842. When the British, it was here, they make a small brewery and
In the small bottles
yes,
as well.
and brewery and ginger beer. So is this story 172 years now.
This is like a refreshing
this is,
afternoon
yes,
drink?
with fresh lemon and ginger. It's very good for the hot days of the summer.
Yes, certainly is. That's very refreshing indeed.
Tasty of lemon,
Yes.
a lot.
And at the moment, how many litres of beer are you producing every day?
Now we can fill up bottles and kegs 4,000 or 5,000 liters every day. This is the top. And you know, all this beer is a fresh beer. We fill the bottles here and the kegs, and we put it in the story room in a refrigerator. And with the refrigerator lorries, we go around in the island, we sell it. Now, in the market of Corfu, all the beer can't be more than 10 or 15 days. It's gone all, so everywhere you can find very fresh beer, because we have product day behind and then day in 3 months after. But if you see now the product day, you will see that is a beer 3, 4, 5 days, 10 days, 15 days maximum. Yeah. This is very fresh beer, and I think we're the only one in the world that can be so fresh. Yeah. Okay? We brew for the Wetherspoon the beer for the Olympic Games. Koribos is the name of this beer. It was the biggest promotion for us in a so great market like UK, but we never have a beer to send in UK. We have many friends, but we don't have beer. Also, the last year we was in a relay festival, again in the Wetherspoon, with our Ionian Porter beer. Very good experience, very good promotion, many thousand friends. And we hope one day to have enough beer to send in UK, because already...
Because basically at the moment what you're saying is you can't produce enough beer.
No, we can't produce enough beer. The market is double, maybe more than double that. We don't have, we are stock out every day. We brew 4,000 or 5,000 liters every day, and in the next day we don't have no 1 liter here. We sell it on.
Spiro, it sounds to me that you are one hell of a success story on Corfu at the moment, and it's fantastic to see that someone on Corfu is doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. I hope and another local producers to do something beautiful for our island. Will be not only, will be sure very good for us, for our economic, for our branding, but also for the visitors to find something different in the Corfu Island. You understand? The tasty you never forget, and we build in the tasties. We build it with the Corfu beer, with the Ionian beers, with all this, with our ginger beer, and we hope many other producers to start to do special. Already we have very good wine in Corfu and many other producers. But young people now, many young people want to do something. You know, the crisis set many people to produce some local products, but only the quality products and the different and without chemical, bio or something like this. This is the new market, and this we have to do.
Well, you're definitely doing it right, without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you very much for inviting us to Corfu Brewery. It's been fantastic having a look round. One last word for you. Which is your favourite beer that you produce?
You know, all my ladies, I say the beer, and I love all
Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Master, to visit me, you are welcome anytime.
Thank you.
I hope to see you again in our great festival.
I'm sure we'll try our best to turn up. I'm here with Sandy McCoubry outside Corfu Beer. She's one of the promotional driving forces behind Corfu Beer. Sandy, what do you get up to on a daily basis?
Well, I try and help Spiros in the beer festival, obviously dealing with the press as much as I can, and I've been speaking to like the GNTO, the Greek National Tourist Office, Visit Greece, Discover Greece, all the driving forces, promotional driving forces to make this a success.
What have you got coming up in the near future? Have you got anything coming up in the near future, promotional wise?
Like Visit Greece, all these different magazines are now promoting it, and we're also trying to get some press from the UK. There's a lot going on. We're doing newsletters, and it's really kicking off now, the momentum, so there's only a few months to go.
Yeah, I can see, having been inside the factory and having been around Corfu a lot, I've suddenly seen this beer appear on fridges, and more fridges, so you're all definitely doing a good job at the promotional work. How do you see it, where do you see it going in the future?
I think Spiros is a really good driving force with Corfu beer, but also what he's trying to do with local products here, collaboration with different companies in the UK and in Greece. And I think he's going to do really well, not just with the beer festival, but with Corfu beer itself. And, you know, making people have local products and recognising Corfu, bring tourism in October, which is the main, you know, initiative for this festival.
Yeah, and that's the festival on this behind us here on the 8th to the 12th of October 2014, Corfu Beer Fest in Arillis, I do believe.
Yes, on the grounds here, just over there, and we'll have lots of tents and stalls and lots of beer, of course.
Excellent. I wish you all the luck with that, and I wish you all luck with all your promotional work in the future. Thank you very much for talking to us, Sandy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Travelling the length and breadth of Corfu, there's many popular beach resorts. We're in the southeast here at Moriatica Beach, and I'll tell you what, there's plenty on offer here. Here we are on Masongi Beach, another one of the most popular resorts, beach resorts on the southeast coast of Corfu. It's a fantastic place, just like Moriatica that we've just popped into. There's plenty on offer for a day on the beach. Here we are on the Masongi River, sat on a little ferry boat. Costas is the ferry guy. Costas is 78 years of age. And every day he still ferries people across this short little route for €1. Costas is your man if you want to get from A to B. 80. As you can see behind me, the beaches are packed in Masongi. It's a very popular resort here on the southeast of Corfu, and it's got plenty to offer everybody. There's plenty of restaurants and snack bars. Hi Spiro.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you very much. We're here today at the Mavrudis olive press, family olive press, to follow through the production from olive to olive oil. So Spiros is going to take us through that right now.
We get the olives, and we put the olives here. The olives, they're going up this way. That motor up there takes the leaves and the small woods of the olives and blows them outside. The olives, they drop in the washing machine, they get washed, and they go through the scales to see how many kilos of olives they're going through. We need this because that's how the people pay us, by how many kilos of olives everybody has. The olives, they're going up and they drop on this machine. This machine here actually crush or press the olives, so we have the pasta. It's like a pulp. Now this pasta is dropping on these mixing machines, which we have to fill them up. These mixing machines, they keep the pasta inside for 45 minutes to 1 hour in temperature between 25 to 28 Celsius. This is what we call cold press, because after 30 Celsius the olive oil is getting spoiled, is going thinner, is losing the green color, and is losing a lot of vitamins. It's not as good anymore. So after we fill all these tanks and we have to start to make olive oil, we empty one by one. We start from this one here. So I open this tap and the pasta comes from down to the pipe. It's getting into this pump, and from this pump it's pressing into the plastic pipe, and it comes into the main machine of the factory. Here the pasta is mixed with water, and is separate the pasta, and we get the olive oil is coming out this way. The black juice of the olives and the water we mix the pasta with is coming that way, and the waste is coming down this way and goes on the back. On the back of the building we have more machinery, which we separate the seeds of the olives from the skin. This is the seed of the olives, and we're using it for heating for the factory, and we sell it to the houses as well.
It's an economical way to heat, yeah, using the waste basically.
Well, the calories, it works about nearly 5 times cheaper than oil.
Wow.
The calories of the diesel the oil is about 11,000 calories. This is 5,500 calories, which actually works about a ton of oil, 2 tons of the seeds of the olives. In Greece, a ton of oil is costing about 1,400 euros. 2 tons of this we sell it for 300 euros. So actually it's nearly 5 times.
Makes huge sense.
5 times cheaper. But also it's very good because it's not smoky. It doesn't smell. It's brilliant. It's better than pellets, if you know pellets. Pellets give about 4,000 calories. This is 5,500 calories. It's stronger than pellet, and we sell it half price than pellet. So it's very good.
Excellent. Sounds brilliant.
The olive oil from here is still not clean. It's still some water inside. So with a pump down there, we send the oil through the pipe, and it's dropping to the separator over there, and that's where we get the olive oil. We have about 800 customers. Also, my family has about 1,800 olive trees.
Wow.
Yes.
That takes a lot of collecting in the winter then.
Yes, long time. But we do a lot. We work November. We start in October, but we really go busy middle of November. And November, December, January, February, most of the days we work 24 hours. The only day we close just for Christmas. And the maximum when we are open for 24 hours, we do about 70 to 100 tons of olives a day. And we produce from 10 to 15, 16 tons of olive oil every day. I don't know if you like garlic.
No, honestly, that's fantastic, guys. I wish this was taster camera because it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is good. Yeah, it is good. It is good, and thinking next year, because it was good with the garlic. I reckon we are going to do olive oil with mixed with lemon, and another one with oregano or orange or maybe kumquat. We'll see.
Well, I can tell you that the one with the garlic in is definitely a success. So you move on to other flavours, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So we're outside here at the Mavru, this family olive press, and outside is basically the history of olive oil production on Corfu. Spiros is going to tell us a few things about it as we wander by the certain pieces of machinery.
Okay, this machinery here is more than 250 years old. We got it from a village called Kerkyra. That's how they used to do before they had machines. So they had animals, and they used to have animals to take the stones around. So they used to throw about 160 to 180 kilos of olives around the circle. The donkey used to take the stones around and press the olives till the olives they were like a pulpa or pasta. So they were collecting the pasta from there and take it to the press over there.
Wow, and this is the press, the main press.
The main press, which they used to get the pasta and put it between the filters. They used to put the filter on the top of the other, so till they get all the pasta from there. And then they're turning this around. And when it was a bit hard, they used to have this wood and take it around, and the pasta was pressing the filters. The olive oil was coming around from the filters, and it was dripping into the barrel. That actually, it was the barrel, it was into the ground, because those years they didn't have any pumps to pump the oil. So all the juice from the filters was dripping in this barrel. So they used to leave it about 1 hour. The olive oil, because it's lighter, was going on the top, and the water and the black juice of the olives was going to the bottom. So they used to collect it with a big spoon or something like this. That was till 1920s, 1930s. And after they started to make machinery like this one over there. About 250 to 300 kilos of olives every time they were doing this. So the stones, they were going around and pressing the olives. Under here was a metal or a stone barrel, which when the pasta was ready, they would open this little door and the pasta was dropping in the barrel. They were taking the pasta from there and put it in here between the filters, and they were putting one filter on the top of the other. And then they were pushing this trolley to the press over there. I show you here. Okay. This press was into the ground. Up to here you can see it's more rusty. So that was flat on the floor, so they could easily push the trolley in there. And the pressure was pressing the trolley up and squeezing the olives. Olive oil was coming around the filters and dripping on the back, on the metal box. Okay. And from the back, they had this pump, and they were taking the olive oil from the back to the top. Here they had a metal barrel. The olive oil was dropping in the metal barrel, and with a small tap it was dripping into the separator. Which this one is from the first Italian separators, 1930s, 1940s. And for those years it was a revolution. Olive oil was coming out from here, and the water was coming out from here. This machinery stopped work in 1964, about 50 years ago, but they still work. They still work. It's easy old technology.
It's amazing the technology that they had quite early on, actually, and the process. Yeah, it's amazing.
I think it's too small now. I mean, with with all the donkey and the press, I think they used to do about 120 kilos a day of olive oil. With this machinery here, they needed 5 or 6 or 7 people sometimes to work, and I believe they didn't make more than 600-700 liters of oil all day. And inside we can go up to 15 tons a day.
So it's a lot more efficient these days.
Makes the difference, yeah.
Thank you very much, Spiros Madroudis, for inviting us down to the family olive press. It's been fantastic and an amazing lesson in olive oil production.
Thank you very much for coming anyway. I hope I helped you as much as I could.
You're welcome, thank you. Corfu has many churches, and we've just pulled into Lefkimi, one of the major towns of the south of Corfu, and this church, Agios Theodori, is simply very impressive. We've made it down to the main town in the south of Corfu, Lefkimi. We're in the centre of what is a very picturesque town, I must say, and we're standing on the bridge over the river known as Potami River, which means Potami River in Greek.